Yeah, I'm Paul, that's paularcher.com. I almost fell into this trap. My God, what's this trap then? It's a deception that affects busy business people who have to go around and do lots of presentations, and I almost fell into the trap. Now, last year I was asked by a client to go and deliver a 5-day sales workshop for some advisors, some insurance advisors in Abu Dhabi. So very nice. You know, you're not going to say no to that kind of work, are you? The problem was it was all lastminute.com, and I was asked by the client to go and do this course the week before. I'd had it booked in my diary, not a daft, but I didn't know what I was going to do until the last minute. And they emailed me and said, look, Paul, we want you to do this. And I thought, oh, crikey. And the question was, I said, has anybody got, so I asked the question, a PowerPoint deck that covers this workshop? That's the question I asked, and I fell into the trap because people do that, don't they? We want a deck that somebody else has created so we can just rock up and deliver a PowerPoint deck and try and get away with it. Totally and utterly wrong. Totally and utterly wrong, but we do it because we're all busy. But thankfully I've caught myself asking this question. So of course I decided not to deliver a dull, listless session to these poor delegates and start doing something about it. So I got down onto the computer and I got on it. Now the problem was I was on the airport now at this point, about to take off for Abu Dhabi, and I was asking for this PowerPoint deck from an email on the airport. You know, so I wasn't in my office. I can do it. So here's some ideas then you can do, because this is what I did. And I want to sort of share some ideas that I did to help myself along. So here's my secret. First of all, make sure that you've got your data. There you go. In the cloud. So wherever you work for somebody or for yourself, make sure that all your data, I'm a training consultant of course, is contained in the cloud. Now if it's in the cloud, you can access it from any device, anywhere, can't you? So as you can appreciate, I had a nice nifty little laptop. I was in the airport lounge, which is rather nice. You get that if you fly a lot around the country or around the world and you use the same airline. I was in the lounge, and of course I had Wi-Fi, of course I did. And Wi-Fi allowed me to access all of my data. So all of my material, my IP stretching for 25 years, all coded and captured in some sort of library format I had access to. So that's the first thing as well. Then what I did is I sat down, before I even accessed the data, and I started to mind map the course. So there was the course, you know, I was starting to mind map what I was going to do. So the first thing, of course, is get good at mind mapping. So I mind mapped the 5-day program that I was going to do, based upon information from the cloud. So I was doing this in the airport lounge. I had 2 or 3 hours to do that. So that's another little tip that you could use when you're up against it as well. Now the other thing, of course, is be prepared to change things on the fly. So I created the first day that I rocked up to do my presentation. I did the rest on the aeroplane, as you appreciate, 7-hour flight. Now be prepared to change things on the fly. Now never believe the organizer of the event, never believe the person that tells you what you're going to do until you rock up and you start to talk to people. So be prepared to change. Have the ability to change your tact. I think I went online during lunchtime to download some more stuff as I was delivering to make sure the people got the right information. Second thing is, of course, if you're delivering a workshop, is include lots and lots of exercises and activities, tests, role play, whatever it is. And the reason I say this is because people that run workshops, and sales managers run them, you may run workshops, there's a big difference between what people will tend to do. Where you attend a dull, listless PowerPoint presentation, that's not a workshop, that's just a presentation. Big difference. Years ago, my daughter, who's now 17, came home from school when she was 12. And she said to me, Daddy, we've had sex education at school. Well, I thought, that's fine. Sex education is cool. And they were probably taught a lot of things about that. That's great. If she'd come home from work or school and said, Daddy, we've just had sex training at school, it changed everything. See, training and education are very different things. In business, we do training. We train people to do things. If you train them, you've got to be able to practice it and do it. That way, of course, sex training, I was horrified if she ever said that. She didn't, but it just makes you think about it as well. Now, at the end of the day, there is nothing wrong with a PowerPoint deck. You know, there's your laptop. projecting to a screen. There's nothing wrong with a PowerPoint deck from your laptop's a projector. When you're training, it gives you structure, it gives you order. But more importantly though, you need to have things on there that are not just words. You can have pictures, graphics, videos. I've got videos, you can access YouTube if you want to, careful of privacy. There's pictures, images, again, careful of privacy and licensing for those things as well. But things like Smart Art is very useful. Smart Art allows you to put a bullet list in a very nice visual way, and to animate Smart Art is dead easy. Where things come across and they go down, I think very quick and simple. And I was finding myself creating a deck. I did actually I had a deck in the end with 150 slides for 5 days. Most of it was pictures, images, videos, clips, the odd list of course. We did a load of role playing, all sorts of things as well. The other thing as well is what we call just in time. Now, a lot of training professionals and mortgage professionals, financial advisors, need to adhere to this thing now called just in time. We use it a lot in training now. What it means is you deliver training just in time. You know what the needs are, you deliver it the next day just in time. So be prepared to work evenings to update your material. I did. I went back to the hotel room and I was working on the next day's programme as much as I possibly could to make sure it was up to date. I couldn't do it all on the aeroplane. So I had to do extra work in the evening to make sure the presentation or the training was spot on. So be prepared to do that. I actually went to the pool, didn't I, in the afternoon to do it as well. We finished at 3 o'clock, so I was by the pool doing my preparation. So life's pretty tough, isn't it? But whatever you do, never fall into the trap of, does anybody have a PowerPoint deck for this presentation? It's a guarantee for a dull, listless presentation if you ever do it. Some ideas. Hope that's been useful to you. Paul at paularch.com.